Bangalore's civic body is a pauper. The ledger balance of outstanding payments is spilling into more than 5,000 crore rupees. The effect of the alarming figure is seen on the ground. Beaten roads, unkempt parks, unclean lakes, just zero maintenance of what is ironically the IT city of the country. The chief of the civic body tells NDTV that some wrong decisions in the past led to the huge gap between income and expenditure. But where does the buck stop? Radhika Iyer reports.
Broken roads right in the middle of Bangalore. Those passing by Bankrupt Road, meters away from the arterial MG Road, home to several top malls, commercial complexes, say it is but a road to hell.
The whole city has decayed and has come down. This is not the Bangalore that we had when we were growing up. The roads, there are a lot of potholes in the roads, the footpaths are broken.
The BBMP's ledger balance is in red. The outstanding payments as of today is about 5,000 crore rupees. Some payments due since September 2013, of which 1,800 crore rupees is to be paid to garbage contractors, 3,500 crore rupees towards loans from private banks. Annual income of the BBMP, mainly through property tax by citizens, is 2,600 crore rupees per year.
There are a few things which will happen now, will take care of my financial problems. One is betterment tax, which has been pending for the last 3.5 years, has been sorted out now, and the council has passed already a resolution for approving the betterment tax. So that will get me some income.
Urban development comes directly under Siddaramaiah, the chief minister. Many attribute the increase in the gap between income and expenditure in the last few months in the ledger books of the BBMP to extravagant sanctioning of plans without actually keeping resources in mind. Many also say that it seems that Bangalore is staring at another garbage and infrastructure crisis, given garbage contractors are now fussing over non-payments. Radhika Iyer, NDTV.
Radhika Iyer is now with us to talk more about those shocking figures. Radhika, clearly Bangalore's infrastructure problems were always known, but these figures come as a real shock. What are the authorities saying, and how can they really undo the damage?
Well, as of now, it seems that the immediate idea is to try and raise income for the BBMP, which is through different schemes like Akrama Sakrama, which for long has been pending, which this government of Siddaramaiah's is likely to sanction. But that, not to take credit of sanctioning such a scheme, but only because the BBMP has to come out of the financial crunch. And while I describe that to you, we are coming to you live, Shweta, from the all-important Kamraj Road, which of course leads on one side to Commercial Street and MG Road, the arterial roads, central Bangalore, and the other side leads to eastern Bangalore. It seems that there is going to be an emergency meeting that is going to be called for. The Chief Minister himself has presided over 2 such meetings. He is the Urban Administration and Urban Development Chief. He holds that portfolio straight away. I have with me a few residents. You, of course, traders associations, and you belong to this area. This particular stretch, and as I talk to you, the stench is almost unbearable with an open sewage here. Are there issues beyond just bad roads, like diseases where children are suffering from because of lack of maintenance?
Yes, diseases are, in fact, here the block education office itself is here. Next to that, government hospital is also is there. And we have schools and colleges, neighborhood is there. And we have 12 temples in this road. And more than 300 shops are in the road.
That very difficult. Yeah, very and apparently and most of you
bus stop. You're telling this sure. It was a bus stop is there. They demolished the bus stop and requested to construct the bus stop. They are not constructed. And
so work has not happened clearly, as we are seeing. But apparently there was also a band that was called for.
Yeah, first time in the history of Kamraj Road and Commercial Street, we done a band.
For bad roads.
For bad roads and bad maintenance, and we had one toilets and urinals was there. That also it was demolished.
Right.
And people go in the roads itself here. Open area they use.
Open area it is, and I'm like I'm been saying, it's terrible, the stench here of sewage system. There are government hospitals. This morning we saw in another area where there was a famous and a reputed orthopedic institute, an ambulance which was stuck, unable to maneuver. But bad roads is just one part of it, Shweta, because clearly this is a deeper issue. How come there have been sanctions of such elaborate plans without actually taking into account and keeping stock of what resources are actually available, given the fact that the taxpayers, which the property tax, which is the main income of the civic body, is only about 2,500 crore rupees per year, which according to taxpayers like all of us is quite a bit. to maintain roads. Here and there are activities, mud being strewn over on potholes, but clearly that is not enough because the next morning it seems the potholes are back. So there is going to be an emergency meeting on how to raise income. But clearly there are tough questions for not just the BBMP but also for the Chief Minister to answer on what were the wrong decisions taken by the BBMP which increased the gap to almost 5,000 crore rupees which now remains outstanding, which of course the taxpayers will have to pay up for.